Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. I'm so glad you're here at my channel today. I'm so pumped. I just got back from running to pick up a bookshelf that I found for sale on Facebook Marketplace. The person selling it was moving and lives pretty close to my house, so I was able to just zip over there real quick and grab a bookshelf for 20 bucks. And she mentioned on there it's not in perfect shape and was needing cleaning, and she wasn't joking. I doubt it was ever dusted, but I'm going to clean it up. That bookshelf will go in my daughter's room, and we can move the green bookshelf back out into the loft, which I'm so excited to do. And that means that we're going to have so much more space for our ever-growing book collection. So super excited about that. 20 bucks for a bookshelf. In that vein, I rushed over to Goodwill as well after work because I got sent in the emails a coupon for 50% off kid stuff, and I needed stuff for my kids for summer. So I found a few things, and I'll go show you those things right now. So I'll show you the home things that I picked up first. Those are always really fun. So I found this cool dish. I'm not sure if it's a candy dish, if it's like some sort of dip dish. I could just see myself putting a couple different kinds of nuts or candies in this when we're hosting, which we do more and more these days. But I loved like the cool glaze and like pretty coloring with the green and the blue. So this was only $2.99. And yeah, I love this. I'm excited. I can like picture like putting pistachios and then like almond mix or something in there. That'll be really fun. So that was a fun find for $2.99. I was really excited to find this bag of ribbon for $3.99. Lately, my Goodwill has been filling bags of ribbon and selling them for $5.99, which for me, like that difference in a couple dollars is enough to just be not as good of a deal to me. But this is so full, and there's pink and like a minty green and a sort of like celadon green here. There's some satin binding in brown, which I like to use this kind of ribbon to wrap gifts in. I find it so fun to kind of make something a little bit different, look special at Christmas or birthdays. So I'm running low. This was much needed and a great bargain. I mentioned the 50% off kids stuff coupon, and I thought because I was going after work that I would miss out on the things I was looking for, but I did not. I needed polo shirts for my boys, and I found a white one brand new from Old Navy, and then this blue one is a polo brand polo and they were $1.50 each after the coupon. That's such a great deal. And then I also needed some more shorts, and these were pretty picked through, but I still found two pairs for $2.50 each. I know my son's really gonna like this kind of funky one, but they're both really great brands, high quality athletic brands. So they're going to be excited about that, and I'm excited that I paid half price. I also looked at the books as usual. But on Friday, I actually went with my son. We went to the library and we went and looked at books for sale at the thrift store. He asked me, "Mom, can we go look at books?" Of course, of course. So he picked out this book, and I do try to post my book hauls when I get them in my shorts videos. So if you haven't seen, I have like a little shorts section now, which has been fun. But Clive picked out this one, a fun informational book about animals. And then I found this one, Crime and Punishment by, I can never say his name, Dostoevsky? I try. But this one we did not have. It's a Barnes & Noble copy, nice hardback. So that was a good find. We got a few more books on that trip, but I've already put them away, and we're just going to show you those for now. But the other ones I got today on my trip, I found The Tempest by Shakespeare, and this is the Signet Classics copy. And the woman at checkout was like, "You know what? I'm pretty sure this counts as a kid's book." So she only charged me 99 cents, which was really, really kind of her. I wasn't going to push for that, but she offered it. The Tattooist of Auschwitz, a novel by Heather Morris, and it's based on the powerful true story of love and survival is what the cover says. I've heard really good things about this book. I've heard some people love it. Some people are kind of like, meh, it's another World War II story. But I love World War II stories, so I'm excited to read this. And this was $1.99. I picked up another really nice hardback copy. I don't even know if it was even read. It's in such great shape. This is Eric Metaxas. 7 Women and the Secret of Their Greatness. And the women that he features in this book, it's kind of like a biographical approach to these ladies, kind of showing like why they were so strong and why they're worthy of your time to admire. So I'm excited to read that. I love Corrie ten Boom especially. That's her right there on the cover. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I've read some of his children's books and I think they're good. So I'm excited to read this. This one is hilarious. It is a book that's puns, but they're all illustrated. So it's an illustrated play on words. So here's a little fawn and it says, "Quite fond of you." And then this one, so corny. All right, you guys, it is the next day and I'm still working on getting the bookshelves all switched out. But I wanted to come back to this book that I thrifted and I showed you in the haul portion yesterday. My husband was looking at it and let's just say there's a few in here that aren't for kids. So I would not recommend this as a children's book. So my bad on that. You certainly don't want your little ones saying some of these things and thinking it's innocent when it's not. So anyway, this might make an interesting gag gift though, or something like that, but we might end up redonating it because I feel a little uncomfortable now having this. But just wanted to clarify if you were thinking about getting one for yourself. I wouldn't recommend it for kids. This was a fun find. This is a children's book. It's put out by Scholastic, but it's older. So it's the Roman News, the greatest newspaper in civilization. And it's Roman history, but presented in newspaper form, which is really cool. So exciting. We found more books. I am so out of book space. It's literally just like constantly on my mind to find more bookshelves. So the fact that I found this one for 20 bucks was just perfect timing. And I literally, as soon as I saw it on Marketplace, I raced to her house and picked it up because I didn't want anyone else to get it before I could. And I've seen this one for sale on Amazon. It's not like 100% wood or anything like that, and it will need some cleaning and things like that from me, but I'm willing to do that if it means I can get it for just $20 and it's right near my house. So yeah, it does need cleaning. So I'm gonna clean that bookshelf, and when my husband gets home from work, we'll do the big bookshelf swap, and hopefully I'll get to show you guys that in this video as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to turn this off for now. Like for you guys, it'll just be a blip in the editing, but for me, it's probably going to be a few hours. So anyway, I'll be back soon. I'm working now on clearing out the bookshelf that is currently in my daughter's room. I have 2 green bookshelves that I painted, and we like to put them in our kid space / loft area. We house Legos and books and on them, and my daughter had so many books she needed her own shelf. So as a temporary measure, last fall, temporary, I moved one of those green shelves into her room and had her use it. And I'm going to work on now just shifting Molly's green bookcase out of the room. Wish me luck. Okay, so it's the next morning and we got the shelves put out here last night, and I started to kind of organize everything here, and this is where I stopped. My daughter's shelf, new shelf that we got for 20 bucks, is pretty much organized in her room, so that was my priority, to get her room situated. But yeah, I have a lot to figure out here. So we're still storing Legos and displaying Legos here, but also need as much space as possible for all the books. So yeah, I have a lot to do. I need to put the camera down and do it. Okay, so this is as far as I've gotten. And I'm gonna have to stop here for today because I need to go get ready for work. But my son asked if I could try putting the train on top. I don't have anything else up there. I might see if they want any more Legos up there after they get back from school. I tried to put the books up in a way that makes sense. So like similar types of books, but also thinking about like this box set is really sturdy, so I could use it kind of like a bookend. And then this is the station that goes with the train, but it was a little flimsier, so I put it there and then put in my little candle set, the battery powered candle set there. And then there are books and Legos that kind of go together there. I wish there's something I could do about our little tech stuff down here. That's where the hole is for the cords to come through, so I don't have much of a choice, and that's as far as the cord will let me shift them. So I try to make it look okay on the bookshelf, but I put my Paddington set underneath that little white tech piece and then that black tech piece, and I used one of my vintage bookends to kind of separate this row of books. We have, you know, just a various selection of children's chapter books that aren't necessarily a series, or we don't have the whole series. Over here I have their Rivendell, set. We love this set, but putting it up here means that it's still accessible. They can still pull it down and play with it, but it frees up the little white table for homework and play. So yeah, I love this set so much. So I moved a lot of our Tolkien collection up here. I have several different books by David Day. He has like an encyclopedia, and we have a few of his illustrated Tolkien books, some Alan Lee, and then into our actual Lord of the Rings collection. I have a little gap, so I put one of my vintage little glass things there, and then some history collection, another just like one-off fantasy book. I kind of just needed something there, so I tucked that there, and then some of our Narnia extras. The majority of our Narnia is downstairs. So this looks a little awkward to me, but again, I have to go to work, so I'll come back to it later. But up here I have my Little House books, and then our N.D. Wilson books, some of our hymnals, my grandma's little brag book that she carried with her when I was a kid, and then a bunch of just, I don't know, random books that needed a home. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, like as a librarian. It makes me cringe a bit, but it's also like, what do we have space for and what do we need? Down here I also kind of organized a lot of their Legos that they built and their Lego instruction manuals. I might move the board games here, but again, I have to go to work, so that will be worked on later. But I think this is a really great start, and having both the bookcases out here again makes this room just feel that much more complete, because we have our little couch, the piano, the coffee table, and then that. So I will keep my eye out for like a side chair to put in here as well. something colorful, of course, to go with their little space. But it's coming together and I'm so pleased. And because I have to go, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off here. So be sure to subscribe if you're new here. I'd love to have you here at the Sweet and Simple Home. I love sharing all my thrifted finds and fun ways to decorate, you know, like with Rivendell Legos. But you guys take care, and I'll be back with more soon.